This is the group on pollution. In this group, it's Mozum Galani, Smera Patel, and Reid Ducros. Now, the purpose of this group is to let everybody know about pollution and Miss Houston's class next year, if she shows us next year, but to let everybody know the different types of pollution and to make everyone aware on the different types of pollution that happens in the world that affects our planet.
Pollution is an increasing problem in our society today. Land pollution is one of the major contributors to this fact. Now, by us throwing away toxic into our landfills, we are hurting the tap water resources under the ground, causing us to not drink purified water. Now, and our landfills have over 70% of things that can be recycled. For example, these plastic bags right here, if we recycle them and reduce them, then there are over hundreds of thousands of things in one landfill. We can cut that landfill down by 70 to 80% if we recycle, if we reuse, if we reduce. Another thing that hurts our land and everything is that the aluminum can that we use, we throw it on the ground here. If we just recycle those cans, then that energy can be used to run our TV for 3 hours a day. That's just one small 12-ounce aluminum can. Now, the main contributor to pollution is our use of these huge landfills. Now, we can cut down the size of those by over 70 to 80% if we just recycle. Another thing is that these can cause cancer, and landfills cause cancer, and they hold mice and rats. Now, while that is extremely dirty and not healthy for us and our environment around us. By making landfills, we are cutting away forest ecosystems used by other animals, and consequently, animals are dying because of this. Recycling tin and steel can save over 74%. Now, this is and this can be said for the same thing as aluminum foil, something we use to wrap around main things. Another interesting fact is that one human wastes about 3,285 pounds of waste every year. And then energy, this is a solvable problem. And one way is, for example, throwing away our trash right here, or right here, around here. If we keep the ecosystem clean, we can keep ourselves healthy, and we can make sure that we won't go extinct in the near future. Because in the end, nature will survive, the earth will survive, but we will die out. We are only killing ourselves slowly, a minute each day. Thank you.
Water. Water keeps us alive. It's the only thing that helps humans survive, humans, plants, and keeps life on Earth. And we're overusing this water by this. 70% of industrial waste is used every day to dump into the ocean, causing aquatic animals to die at a rate of 5 times faster than land animals or terrestrial animals. 14 billion pounds of garbage, or approximately 80% of raw sewage, is dumped into the ocean each year, causing less fresh water to be able for us to drink, for over 3 billion people to drink in the whole world. On average, 250 million people succumb from diseases due to water drinkage, and approximately 15 million children under the age of 5 die each year because of diseases linked to water. And this can also lead to chlorea and typhoid. And about 700 million people worldwide, so including America, South America, Africa, all the 7 continents drink contaminated water. But there is a couple ways that we can stop this madness. Now, as you see over here, this sprinkler, we use excess water on our grass, about 14 million tons of water that can be used for people in Africa and India to drink fresh water. Saying earlier, we use excess water to sprinkle our water, and this causes runoff, as you can see right here. This runoff isn't going to be used for anything except accumulating dirt and other bad things to go back into our sewers to most likely lead into our ocean. But so instead of having concrete or asphalt as your driveway, you can use substances such as gravel or dirt to help fertilize the soil, so it'll go into the soil, so it'll help the plants grow. And on plants, you should use native plants because 1, they require less water, 2, they are more profound to, more, I guess, non-drought like to have drought. So it saves us water, it saves the planet water, and it saves you money. Now, you can't do stuff just outside of the home, you can do it inside. This is recycling. So over here, these plastic bottles, we can use these to put in the recycling bin so they can be reused and made into productive stuff rather than cutting down multiple trees to make things that we can make with plastic that we can recycle each and every day. Now, you've done outside of your home and inside of your home. Now in the community, there's just one thing. You need to be an activist. You need to be an activist. So officials, you need to learn what's happening with the water, how the water's going. You need to tell the officials to protect the runoff. You need to tell them how to help aquatic animals survive and protect our natural renewable resources that'll keep us alive. So, it's up to you. Do you want to help save this planet, or do you want to just sit back and watch us go away while the planet thrives, or do you want to stay on the planet?
Air pollution can be caused by human activity and natural activity, though the main cause is from humans. Emissions from industries, burning fossil fuels, and household and farming chemicals are 3 main examples of air pollution. Waste incinerators, manufacturing industries, and power plants emit high levels of carbon monoxide, organic compounds, and chemicals into the air. Transportation is the key aspect to our lives, though automobile engines contain both primary and secondary pollutants, such as fumes caused from cars contain carbon monoxide and oxides of nitrogen. They can cause great harm to humans because it's in the air we breathe in. Household and farming chemicals such as fumigating homes, household cleaning supplies, painting supplies, pest killers, and fertilizers can also be very lethal. They are especially harmful because these chemical fumes release into the air with typically little ventilation. 3 effects of air pollution is acidification, eutrophication, and ground level ozone zones. Acidification is caused by sulfuric acid combining with water, which causes acidic rain, which could kill living organisms. Eutrophication is when rain carry nitrogen deposits, which can result from algae growth in lakes and water bodies. Ground ozone levels, chemical reaction involving our pollutants create poisonous gas, ozone. As you can see, people are bringing cars, and they're typically, or most of them aren't electric, so this can cause a lot of pollution. So ways to reduce air pollution could be by conserving energy, so turning off appliances when they're not used, reducing and reusing and recycling, and planning trips so you can save money and save gas and reduce air pollution.
I would be doing nuclear Reid will be doing water, Smera will be doing air, and Mosum will be doing land pollution. All right, my facts are there are two different types of sources for radiation. It's natural and man-made radiation. Man-made radiation is X-rays, MRIs, nuclear reactors, nuclear plants, atomic bombs, and power plants. The second fact is atomic hazards. Atomic hazards can vary from nuclear bombs to things of that such, but the two bombs that were dropped in World War II on Japan are the main atomic hazards that man-made have made. And radioactive waste from the bombs seeped into the soil in Japan and killed all the topsoil and made the soil not be able to grow crops and grow plants and things of that such. And nuclear power plants, they can cause explosions that happen very rarely, but they'll be very powerful. And they're very dangerous. And the main fact from that is the Chernobyl explosion. It made the land unlivable for tens of thousands of years and things of that such. I'm done.
Most of us are used to the sounds we hear every day. Loud music, television, people talking on the phone, traffic, and it rarely disturbs us. However, when the sound of television keeps you from sleeping at night, it stops becoming just noise and turns into pollution. For many of us, the word pollution is limited to nature and resources, but when noise tends to disrupt the natural rhythm of life, it becomes a pollutant. Most of us are used to the sounds we hear every day. Loud music, television, people talking on their phone, traffic, and it rarely disturbs us. However, when the sound of television keeps you from sleeping at night, it stops becoming just noise and turns into pollution. For many of us, the word pollution is limited to nature and resources, but when noise tends to disrupt the natural rhythm of life, it becomes a pollutant. Noise pollution is an unwanted human-created sound that is annoying, distracting, painful, or physically harmful. Issues are car alarms, motorcycles, exhaust systems, engine brakes, and sirens. There are many harmful health effects, like cause stress-related illnesses, high blood pressure, speech interference, hearing loss, sleep disruption, and loss of productivity. Human-created noise is harmful to health and welfare. There is evidence that among young Americans, hearing sensitivity is decreased year by year due to exposure to loud noise, including excessively loud music. Apart from hearing loss, such noise can cause lack of sleep, irritability, heartburn, indigestion, ulcers, and high blood pressure. This is becoming a problem in our oceans as well. While it is likely that the ocean was really noisy before the extirpation of millions of whales and trillions of fish through industrialized fisheries, it is generally understood that the ocean is 10 times louder today than it was 50 years ago due to human causes. This estimate is based only on the noise from transoceanic shipping. This is very problematic for ocean life. The ocean can be a naturally very loud place, but most marine life has had tens of hundreds of years to adapt and evolve to the noise. We are now rapidly introducing new noises that are entirely new to their oceanic habitat. Noises that are moderate and okay to listen to are quiet street noises and noises in your living room. It becomes loud and dangerous for your ears after 30 minutes at concerts, listening to an alarm clock, a lawnmower, or a drill. It is very dangerous, and you should avoid listening to fireworks or jackhammers. Wildlife faces far more problems with noise pollution than humans because they are more dependent on sound. Species that rely on mating calls to reproduce are often unable to hear it because of man-made noise. As a result, they are unable to reproduce, and that causes declining populations. Even some household pets act more aggressively in households where there is more noise. Some prevention and control tips are the use of horns with jarring sounds must be banned, as well as motorcycles with damaged exhaust pipes and noisy trucks. Noise-producing industries, airports, and railway stations should be far from living areas. Trees should also be placed along roads and residential areas to reduce noise pollution because they absorb sound.